Struggling to pay your electric bill in Florida? Honestly, don't worry. You are definitely not alone in this. And more importantly, there are some really effective solutions out there for you right now. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack exactly how you can start easing that financial burden literally today. If you've been dreading opening up that monthly utility envelope, well, stick around because we're going to walk through real actionable assistance programs that are ready to help you keep the lights on. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the Florida Energy Challenge, followed by state and federal assistance. Then we'll jump into local and nonprofit resources, check out utility company assistance programs, talk about immediate and long-term savings, and finally, wrap up with taking action today. Section 1, the Florida Energy Challenge. Florida is a beautiful, warm weather state with a booming population. But, our hot, humid climate makes relying on air conditioning not just a luxury, but an absolute necessity for most of the year. Just look at this massive number, nearly 260 million megawatt hours. That is Florida's staggering total electricity generation. Because of our climate, the average per capita energy usage hits an astounding 194 million BTU. To put that into perspective, that gives us one of the highest electricity consumption rates in the entire country. Peak demand just soars all summer long. And for low-income households, especially seniors, disabled adults, and families with young kids, all of this energy use translates into a really harsh reality. A summer electric bill can easily hit $300 to $400 for a single household. It creates this totally impossible choice between paying the utility bill just to avoid getting shut off or buying absolute essentials like food and medicine. But hey, this is exactly why assistance programs exist. Section 2, State and Federal Assistance. Let's transition to our first tier of solutions by exploring the major government relief programs available to Floridians. Now, you're probably going to see these two acronyms a lot, LIEHP and EHHP. Let's demystify them really quick. LIEHP stands for the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, and it's designed for general low-income households to help with heating and cooling costs. EHHP, on the other hand, is the Emergency Home Energy Assistance for the Elderly program. This one specifically targets households with at least one person who is 60 or older and experiencing a verified home energy crisis. Think a shutoff notice or a sudden lack of fuel. So the crucial point is understanding if you actually qualify. For 2026, the LIHPEH GROS income limit for a single person is around $2,679 a month, and it's about $5,154 for a family of 4. But here's the real kicker. If you, or actually anyone in your household, already receives SNAP benefits, SSI, or TANF, you automatically qualify. Doesn't even matter what your income level is. Oh, and actually, scratch worrying about savings because there's no asset limit at all. Now, if you have a senior in the home, the eHeat program offers a massive, massive safety net. Eligible households can get multiple crisis benefits per program year, up to a cumulative maximum of $5,000. And this money is paid directly to your utility vendor to cover past due bills, reconnection charges, or even emergency fuel. It's an absolute game changer for anyone facing an imminent shutoff. Section 3, Local and Nonprofit Resources. So, how do these state and federal funds actually reach you? Well, they're administered locally. Let's talk about how to connect with agencies right in your community. If you're sitting there wondering where to even start, just dial 211. The Florida 211 network is absolutely your best starting point. They can instantly connect you with local nonprofits and refer you over to the agencies that manage the Emergency Food and Shelter Program, which has federally allocated funds for things just like utility assistance. And the real-world impact of these programs is honestly super inspiring. Check this out. $1.2 million was distributed in just a single year to qualifying Florida customers through Duke Energy's Share the Light Fund alone. That is real money, keeping the lights on for thousands of local families every single month. When you do reach out, you're usually going to be working with recognizable, trusted charities. For instance, the Heart of Florida United Way recently received $160,000 from Duke Energy, specifically earmarked to help families with utility bills and housing. The Salvation Army is another huge partner here. Basically, these charities are the engines getting those utility-funded crisis grants directly into your hands. Section 4, Utility Company Assistance Programs. Beyond government and nonprofit aid, your actual utility company has specialized programs ready to go if you just reach out to them. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is if you're an FPL customer, you could get up to $750 during a 12-month period through their Care to Share program. But you've got to prepare your case. You need to have a delinquent bill or disconnect notice, show proof of a personal or family crisis, prove you've exhausted other government assistance, and meet the United Way's ALICE income guidelines. If you can mentally check off those boxes, you're well on your way to getting this grant. Even if you don't necessarily need emergency cash assistance right now, you should absolutely look into budget billing. Providers like FPL and Duke Energy offer this incredibly effective tool, and it's totally free. It essentially stops those terrifying $400 summer spikes by just averaging your costs over the entire year. You still only pay for the electricity you actually use, but you get a predictable, manageable bill every single month. It is honestly one of the best ways to protect your monthly household budget. Section 5, Immediate and Long-Term Savings. Let's shift gears from emergency financial aid to proactive, empowering steps you can take today. One immediate behavioral change you can make is taking advantage of time of use rates. If you can just shift your energy usage away from peak demand hours, say by running your dishwasher or throwing in laundry at night instead of the afternoon, you can get a significantly lower rate from companies like Duke Energy. Also, signing up for free usage alerts is huge. It'll ping your phone if your consumption is tracking unusually high, which lets you tweak that thermostat before a massive bill even has a chance to arrive. For the long haul, definitely take advantage of the free services your utility provides. You can literally just request a free home energy check where a professional comes out and evaluates your home's efficiency. Even better, if your income is less than 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, programs like Duke Energy's Income Qualified Weatherization will actually install energy efficiency upgrades around your home completely for free. And if you're joining the EnergyWise Home Program, you can earn annual bill credits just for letting the utility briefly cycle your equipment during peak times. It's a win-win. Section 6, Taking Action Today. We've covered a ton of ground here, from the root of the problem to government grants, nonprofit networks, and utility programs. Now it's time to bring this explainer home with a clear, stress-free action plan. Let's move to and see how this builds. Here are 3 precise steps you can take the literal second this explainer ends. Step 1. Pick up your phone and dial 211 to find your local assistance agency that handles LEHP or EHP. Step 2, gather your paperwork. You're going to need your ID, social security numbers for everyone in the house, proof of income, and of course, that delinquent energy bill. Step 3, call your utility provider's customer service directly to ask them about budget billing, time of use rates, or hardship programs like Care to Share. Before we wrap up, just a quick reminder. While this explainer reflects the latest data, including the 2026 LIHP guidelines, assistance programs, available funds, and specific qualifications can and do change over time. Please always verify with official resources, your utility provider, or a local agency to get the most current information for your specific situation. Getting help is absolutely achievable. Millions of dollars are distributed every single year to Floridians just like you who are facing high bills due to our intense climate. The resources are there, the agencies are waiting for your call, and you truly have the power to ease your financial stress. So I'll leave you with this. Which assistance program will you reach out to first to take control of your energy bill today? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I wish you the absolute best of luck.